I am your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sara Crowley.
And this is Bookmark'd.
New studio alert.
I wish.
Literally. So, but this is a dream bucket list setup for the podcast. If we had like a little studio, if you had, okay, I know this is like a dream one, but if we had a set place. What?
Sorry, just me drinking that. Oh, I don't want to.
I guess I won't ask you yet. First, everyone, welcome back to Bookmark'd. Welcome to this week's episode. I am still in Texas. We'll talk about our location in a sec.
It's a very special one. I feel like October is a very special month, and it's extra special because today we're actually filming in the Blush bookstore here in Dallas, Texas. It's our good friend Jacqueline. She has the Blush bookstore in Kansas.
Yes, and then she also owns House of Jupiter, which we did the Bookmark'd merch with, the collab that we did. So she so kindly messaged us. Honestly, the first time she told us that she was opening this location was before you even moved to Texas. She sent us like outside of it.
She texted us, and that was when I was in Austin looking at houses. Yes, when
that's
she was
crazy
texting us
timing.
about it.
She sent us that she was opening a bookstore, and she like threw out the idea of us like coming here and like seeing it and spending some time over here. So that was like the original plan of this whole Texas trip. And then Destiny moved to Austin. Mm-hmm. I wanted to visit the besties. Me and Chris wanted to travel down here. So that's kind of how this whole plan of me coming to Texas started. It was like Blush trip, seeing everyone. So it kind of worked out me coming here this week because the store opens this weekend, October 5th and 6th.
Yep. So the day will already be passed, but you guys should 100%. We are vlogging. I'm going to also insert a few video overlay clips here now. If you guys, you guys should.
You have
even
to.
Just make it, because make a trip down to Dallas to come to the store. We also went to the candle making spot that's really right next door.
That was so cool.
Yeah, you guys need to see in person just how, like, you knew that this store was going to be cute because of how cute Jacqueline's merch is. Literally, House of Jupiter is like the best book merch that I've ever seen. Jacqueline just has like a real eye and talent for like creating just such cute and original things. Like, her designs also just have this like originality that seeps through them that is just so unique, and I really love it, but it really hits the girls.
Yeah, seeing how everything's like set up, like she has like more than just like the bookstore in here. It's like her romance bookstore. The shelves are pink, the wallpaper is adorable, but she has prints and bookmarks and like literally anything bookish you can think of she has in this store, and it's all just like the cutest ever. Like, I want everything in here.
No, me and Sarah literally, because one, obviously, if you guys have been around and you saw and you bought or you saw that we were making merch with Jacqueline, we've loved always. I've always had my calendars down and everything. Anytime Jacqueline had like
her drops,
a drop or anything,
we're clocked in for those.
Yes, me and Sarah walked in here, and I am just like, the more that I sit in here, the more time. Literally, like, I might take one of everything home with me. It is actually such a cute store, in all of the different like merch aspects that she has is just to die for.
Yeah, she has her little House of Jupiter section in like the back corner, and she has like the merch out.
And I'm gonna need
one of everything. But we were looking at it, we're like, we've seen this before. This is just like, it has the perfect touch of,
those art prints are perfect.
Yeah, she has like, for anything you like bookish, she has. And I think that if you have a chance to come over here, you have to see it in person. Schedule to go make a candle next door. That was so cute. You pick a little vessel to put the wax in, you pick a scent, you get to do a little experience and hang out. We just did that with her.
Multi-purposeful too. Like,
yeah, you can use them for different things.
Yeah, some of them you can use for food. You can use like ours. You can be in a vase after it's done.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. It's like a perfect little spot, and also like the outside of it too. Like the whole thing is just absolutely stunning. I'm so happy Jacqueline invited us over here. It was so nice. And meeting her too, that was like,
so crazy. I know. And it's
just been talking for so long.
Yeah. And it's just insane to see somebody like this talented, and just like, she has an eye for something. Even just the way that it's decorated, like down to the wallpaper, the shelves, everything is just a dream. Literally, it's like
stunning. This
would be like my dream, because we all know I love colors. So when I think of like opening a bookstore, I'm just like
she's got the eye
she's got the eye for it, so 100%. So thank you again to Jacqueline for having us here. So we love you. Yeah, we do. You're an amazing, talented queen.
Yes.
So this is awesome.
So that's where we are, and that's why our little background looks like this cute little couch and prints behind us. If you were watching on YouTube, it's really cute. So that's the reasoning for, one, me being in Texas.
Yeah.
And two, where we are. But if you didn't know, you definitely knew if you were here last week, me being in Texas. We've had this planned for a little bit. I flew on, when did I get here?
Tuesday.
Today's Thursday. Yeah. I got here on Tuesday. I came with Chris. He's with me. We're staying over here, having a little trip together too, so we can like meet everyone. Yeah. I feel like it was about time like everyone met. So we had to bring him down here. The flight was good. Thank you to everyone that was proud of me for flying. Honestly though, I think the more I do it, like I keep saying, it'll get better. And it was honestly a good flight. I read my book, watched my downloaded movies. What?
Nobody even knows that you're here.
I know people have guessed, and I think I said it in my Discord because people are like, where are you going? And I was like, Texas. And yeah, I haven't posted anything about it.
So I just like realized that we've just been like living in the moment.
We've just been hanging out.
Wow.
Which I feel, it's just, the girlies have come to me so many times. It was just about time I came to them. And I wanted to see where my besties live and go around where they are every day. And it's so interesting because I said when I saw like Haley's book room and your book room, like seeing it in person is probably how you felt coming into my room, because we watch obviously like them on, or you guys on like YouTube and stuff, but seeing it in person is just so surreal because it's like I've seen you with that background.
I was crying.
That was heartfelt.
It was really like that you really wanted to see my library.
I did so bad, and it was like what dreams are made of, literally.
I really appreciate that. Oh. And I do appreciate you, and I'm so proud of you for flying down here.
Thank you. It was a good flight, honestly.
Yeah.
It went better. I always say it's more of like the anticipation of like knowing I'm going on a flight that's worse than being on the flight, and my not knowing if I'm going to have a bad experience on the flight. That's just what it is. But like more times than not, I'm okay on the flight. So it was good. And thankfully Chris was with me. Like traveling with people you feel safe with, or even like road tripping here, being in somewhere I've never been before, like us together, feels safe. So like I'm okay.
I will say the road trip here, I was like, 3 hours, no big deal. It felt so much longer than 3 hours to me.
It did. Well, we were also on the highway, like one straight
highway forever,
with nothing around us, like, just dirt. And
I way prefer like a route where you could just like make a bunch of turns than like just going so straight for such a long time. It literally, you kind of like get on and off different highways, and then it said like 170 miles.
Just straight
and then
shot.
when you got off the highway, it was like, oh, you're here.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, I do not want to do that.
You're just going straight for so long.
Yeah.
You just gotta put on the cruise control and just like let your car do the thing. But there were so many trucks. There was like the big trucks everywhere.
Oh, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. We're going to try to beat traffic, hopefully.
Yeah, for the way home.
Because traffic in Texas, if you guys know, then you know. It is like, it's like, people talk about California traffic. I think Texas is like California level traffic sometimes.
I have heard it gets extremely congested, especially in like the city areas.
Yeah.
I haven't ventured far enough or out during traffic times yet, but I guess today we'll see.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
that was peak traffic time, and we were getting out of the city into where I live. So it was like.
Yeah, yesterday. Well, since I've been here, the first day. What was the first day? Oh, I guess we landed a little bit later, but we didn't do much.
Yeah, you guys went and got groceries, and then you guys did your little small town.
Yeah, that was really cute.
Yeah.
We love to do that when we go places. We don't go many places, but when we do, we just like to look up on Google, like, whatever's close and go. And me and Chris found this, like, random brewery off the side of, like, the road. It literally was, like, in a dirt lot, and I was like, are we sure we're going to go in there? And then we went in. It was actually a great time. It's always, like, you don't expect it, but it was, like, locals. Like, it just felt like locals were going there.
That's really interesting that you guys are, like, down to... I feel like the way that I travel is, like, way different.
Yeah, do you, like...
No, but I like the way you travel.
Like, just going somewhere?
Like, you went to, like, a local spot that I've never went to, and I've lived here for 3 months.
I know, that was fun. Well, because it's, like, if you've seen it, well, I pointed it out to you, it literally has, like, a sign on the side of the road that says, like, the brewery.
I've seen it.
It's so, like, in the middle of nowhere, and it's literally just dirt and, like, a warehouse. And I was like, is that really, like, a restaurant? But it was so nice inside. I told Destiny there was, like, a group of older men. They had to be, like, 70 years old that all came in. There was 4 of them. They picked up a table, moved it over, and, like, put chairs around it. One pulled out a banjo, 2 have violins, and 1 other thing, and they just like started playing music. Like that was just their thing. And then there was like another group at table, they had a car meet, and there was another one doing tie-dye. Like it was just like so interesting, but it just felt like locals. And we just sat there and we had some yummy food, and it was great. And it was a random spot. We love doing that because that's how you find like good places. When we went to Cape May, we randomly found this place called Rusty Nail. I don't know if anyone's ever been there, but that was one of our favorite places and favorite memories. And it was like a random
That's such a
thing.
Romance book thing to do. We were talking about that on the way over here. But that's such like a, like I just imagine like an Emily Henry book when they're like somewhere and then they just like stumble upon a local spot.
You pull over and you're like, oh, wonder what this is. It's a little local.
I do not do that. That's like one thing when I read romance books that I think is so interesting. And I'm like, do people actually just like pull over and go, oh, well, that place looks
I have
good?
proof.
Yeah, no, you are. And I'm like, how many people do that? So
do you like research? You're more like a...
No, do you know what we do? We just go where you can go literally anywhere. We just go to a chain.
Okay. So like you've seen it before. That's more like a... Like you're a safe spot. Like how I say there's Applebee's everywhere. I know what I'm getting at this Applebee's.
Yeah, I'm trying to think though. I mean, sometimes if we're like, oh, do you want to go to dinner tonight? We'll like look up. Obviously,
like a nice restaurant.
Yeah,
to
like
go to.
you'll go somewhere, but it's only like that. Like I won't go like anywhere, like coffee shops.
Yeah,
I won't go. To,
I love doing it. And Chris is like sometimes I get nervous going into new places, like the random brewery. I wouldn't go in there by myself, but Chris is like, let's try it. And if we don't like it, we'll get a drink and leave.
And I feel like I'm there. Like I feel like too. I'm just always by myself, so I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, you can not by yourself. Yeah, that's not a spot for. No,
imagine I have to start like. What would you guys think if I became a like? I'm just gonna go places by myself.
The thing is, if you went to the brewery by yourself, I think you would like make friends with them, and I think you'd have fun.
Me? You think I'm actually going to speak to strangers?
The thing is, I told Destiny though, the one thing about Texas is that everyone's so nice. Like people are just talking to Chris while he's ordering. The workers are so nice. And it's just like
that is something that we noticed when we moved down here. It was like caught you off guard because I thought people in Indiana were nice just because like you would say have a good day and they would say it back. Because I told Sara the first time that we came here, I would like say it. I would go in places and I'd be like, oh, have a good day. Or like I'll say something and they would just like not reply to me and I'd be like, oh, that's so interesting because like, you know, like that's just like what you say to people.
In Jersey, you'll find people that are nice, but like
and we've been in places where people are nice in New Jersey. It's not saying like everybody in New Jersey is like an asshole.
In comparison, everyone here is just so nice.
It's just like that Southern hospitality.
It's a thing.
Is a thing here.
I always wondered though, what does it mean when people say everything's like bigger in Texas? Like, what is it? Just a bigger state?
I think it partly is just like funny to say.
Yeah, maybe it's just a funny saying. If anyone knows the reasoning behind that, origination.
It's not like super like sized anything.
No, the state's just huge.
Notebooks are so cute.
You keep looking at them.
Keep looking at everything. Ones? Yes.
Yeah, they're adorable. And she has everything in like different colors and shades. There's one Kindle case that says she's got a book for every situation.
And you need it.
I'm running home with that. I have my Kindle in my bag right now. I'm putting it on. Yeah, I don't have an opinion on Texas yet though. I think I need to like
you were actually like when Sara came because she landed and then they grabbed food and then she came by my house and me and Isaac went with her and Chris and then they were like, I don't know like what I expected but it wasn't what I was expecting. And I get that too though because like when we landed in Austin, I'd never been to Austin before. I've been here to Dallas, but when I landed in Austin and we were like driving around, I was like, I don't know if it was also just like the mix because you have to think like when we were looking at houses, we stayed downtown and then when we were looking at houses, we were like all over God's creation of Austin, Texas. So it was like very interesting, but I felt like it made sense in my brain that it was Texas. Like it feels very Western.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the one thing that feels the most Texas is like seeing like
even just the shopping centers, like and how everything's like dirt road kind of.
It is, but I don't know I really don't know what I expected. I didn't expect like cowboys to be riding horses everywhere. Like it's not that southern in my head. I don't know.
Well, we live semi-rural is what I would say. Like there's not a whole lot around us, but we don't live in like a rural part of Texas.
Like, you're definitely in the suburbia of it, but like there's not, you have stuff around you, but you do have to drive to get to like other places. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna see like the rest of Austin of what I think I pictured Austin in my head as the city of Austin. Yeah, and so
I think that's what I'm thinking. Like tomorrow morning, we love to go to Joe's Coffee. It's like it's like our favorite thing we do on weekends. And so we go get Joe's, and then there's a matcha spot, Magic Matcha, that I found that's that's on South Congress.
The name is funny, like Magic Mike. It's reminding me of
but there's like a bunch of stores. Like on one side, there's like a Love Shack Fancy. There's a Lululemon. There's like random stores. It's not like I wouldn't. And then there's like other ones that are more like kind of if they were going to give you this vibe. Like there's like
it's cute.
They're random like cowboy boot stores.
Oh, I said I want to get some authentic cowboy boots while I'm here.
They're on South Congress.
Okay,
you go into the store.
Okay.
I don't have any cowgirl boots either.
I'm going home with authentic ones.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
And so we're going there, and then I forget. I don't know.
I'm gonna play some pickleball.
Gonna play some pickleball.
I think it'll be so fun.
That's our plan. We've just been, exploring a little bit. We're here in Dallas. We're not in the city part of Dallas.
Yeah,
this
we're
is
like
in the city.
There's like little like strips of stuff that we've passed. Like we went to a coffee shop.
What is it called?
I forgot. It's like cafe. Would I have it? We went to.
Oh, these are our dotes. We have not done a dote for the past however many episodes, and you'll see us drinking them. But I noticed that we haven't said it.
Verbally said it. Okay, our dotes today. I do have a matcha. It's a nice matcha oat milk with Cinnamon?
I was gonna get a strawberry matcha.
Oh,
and
they
then
had
you,
that?
Yes.
I didn't read their menu. I got like nervous, so I just ordered this.
Oh no! See, I was gonna get a strawberry matcha, and then you said something about a snickerdoodle coffee.
Yeah, that was like the coffee of the month or something.
And I was like, ooh, and
It's not that great.
Ew.
That's okay. It came with a cookie on top, so.
And I scarfed that down because I was so starving.
That was cute. It looked like the Trader Joe's maple ones we tried last year.
I wanted a sweet treat so bad
I
last
know.
night.
You know, I DoorDashed ice cream to my
From Amy's?
Airbnb. Yeah, it was the only like dessert near us.
Yeah, what'd you get?
DoorDashed it. I got dark chocolate ice cream with marshmallows and Oreos.
I got dark. Whenever I go there, if I'm just getting a cup of ice cream, I'll get dark chocolate ice
It's
cream.
really creamy. Like, the ice cream's really good.
No, if you would have tried their milkshake, I had a milkshake the other day from them.
I was between that. I put it in the freezer because I didn't finish it. But you've put me on like DoorDash. Not to say that, but like when you used to DoorDash me Pringles, and then I realized you can DoorDash.
No, and then we would be at your house, and I would go, I'm just gonna DoorDash something, so we don't have to get out.
I used to like not realize you can do that. You can DoorDash and like get things sent to you.
The way that Sarah acted when I started like DoorDashing stuff, she was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Here, like I just put in your address, and then they'll like bring." And I remember you were like, "How far do they say they are?" And you would like get so I DoorDash just
Wendy's cookies. Yeah,
because we had one. Was it earlier that day or something? You had like got one. And then you were like,
really wanted a cookie, like so bad. That was my favorite one.
It must have been like the day before or something. And then we because we went and got Wendy's directly after I got off the plane.
Yeah.
And then you were like, ooh, I feel like a cookie. And then you're like, why are these hitting?
No, because you know who has the best cookies?
Who?
We all had them that one type of Jersey Mike's. You know that soft cookie
I didn't
they
have a cookie from
you didn't
Jersey
get
Mike's,
that one?
no.
Was it just me that had the cookie then?
No, I think you and Haley got cookies.
Oh my god, Jersey Mike's has the best cookie.
I way prefer either ice cream or a cookie.
Yeah.
Baked Bear in Austin, Texas. It's
we
downtown.
have one of those from my school back at home.
Yeah, how would you just get the
make
two
your own
cookies?
little cookie sandwich.
My go-to was getting a white macadamia cookie and then getting dark chocolate ice cream.
Dark chocolate ice cream is better than milk chocolate ice cream.
I'll die on the hill. I love dark chocolate.
So me too. And I think it's like when I was younger, the thought of dark chocolate and just like dark chocolate in general, hated it. Don't want it anywhere near me. And then one day I tried it again. I was like,
do you want to know why I like it? Do you want to know why I like it?
Why?
Now when I have like milk chocolate, too sweet. Dark chocolate is sweet enough, but it's not like super like ugh.
Cold Stone has the best dark chocolate.
See, I don't get ice cream a lot though.
Okay.
I am lactose intolerant, but sometimes I will be like, I don't even care. Give me a Lactaid.
Yeah, but ever since learning about DoorDash, it's been dangerous. And my mom has found out.
Your mom does love a good DoorDash.
She has found out about DoorDash. When she needs something, I get it to the house, or if I'm not with her, I send her some ice cream over the house, and she is just completely like gobsmacked how that like delivered to our front doorstep.
I know my mom too. She doesn't really use like DoorDash herself, but like I would DoorDash stuff sometimes.
My mom too.
She would be like, "That's crazy,"
right?
Or no, we really only do it like on vacations. She'll ask me like, "Can we DoorDash that?" And you know how I am, like you're seeing it like in person now. Like I'll just drive anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I'll just go get it.
DoorDash is dangerous because you can like that's like last night I did not want to get out of bed. We were going like it was bedtime, but I was like I need it. Like I can't go to bed without my sweet treat.
You want to hear a funny story? Okay, so for me and Isaac's anniversary, we went away for literally one night, like the day before the anniversary, and we went just like 30 minutes away from our house. It was like a camping type of thing, and there was nothing around. Like we were struggling to find something to eat. So funny. But anyway, I kept on saying that I wanted a milkshake so bad, and I was like, Sonic is the only place that's like even around, but like we couldn't drive to it because we didn't want to drive. So I'm like, I'm gonna DoorDash a milkshake. Isaac's like, well, I want cookies, and so then I find a cookie place. I DoorDash just cookies.
I'm surprised they had DoorDash out there.
I know. Cookies that from a place I've never heard of to this day. You know, there's the DoorDash conspiracy that like there's like what I forget what they call them, ghost kitchens and whatever. Anyway,
no, what the heck is that?
Ghost kitchens are like. So a bunch of like when you go on DoorDash, like a bunch of random restaurants that if you like put it in maps, you wouldn't be able to find on maps. It's because there are these things called ghost kitchens, and it's basically just like imagine a warehouse, and they have these like fake storefronts, and they'll just make the food, and the DoorDashers go there and like pick up the food, and it's not like an actual restaurant, it's just like this big big
I've
kitchen.
never, that's crazy.
Look at this guy, I think his name's Eddie, made a whole entire video on it and like kind of proved it.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, because it's crazy how like out in the middle of nowhere
that there was
you're able to get the DoorDash.
And also like I tried to look up the cookie place and it like did not exist. But yeah.
Anyway, that's crazy that you can get that out there. And also what's the word smorgasbord of things you ordered? A crepe? And
guess what? We didn't eat any of it.
Oh. Did it take a while to get there?
No, but like we all like took one little bite of it.
You just needed like the taste of a sweet treat.
Yeah, we did not eat like a single, and then my milkshake took a while to come, and then it was melted by the time that it came, and then I was like, And Sonic actually, I don't love their milkshakes. They used to have, like a few summers ago, like a slushie, but they put vanilla ice cream in it, and it was Sour Patch Kid.
That's so interesting.
Oh my God, no, it was good.
I don't think I've had Sonic maybe once in my life. I don't think I have a Sonic anywhere near me.
I've never had.
There's a lot of chains we don't have close to where I live.
Have I ever had their food? Yes. I think back when my brother was in high school, sometimes we would like go. He would drive us to Sonic, and we would just like go and we would bring my iPad with me. And then we would put on Netflix and sit in the car and watch Netflix and eat
That's
Sonic.
cute.
Yeah.
I went once when I was at a dance competition. It was a random town. It was the only like food around us was Sonic, so we all pulled up in our dance gear, our dance makeup after the competition.
I mean, if I'm going to Sonic, I'm going for like a drinky drink. Like I used to get ocean waters with strawberry pieces in it all of the time.
What's that? What's ocean water? It's like a soda.
Ocean water is like, imagine like, you know when you hear about like what's that one soda place in Utah?
I don't know the name of it. That whole thing is crazy. I understand why they have so many of them, because that's like their like go-to. Like, I'm gonna go grab a soda instead of like getting a coffee or something. But I didn't realize, like, after watching, I forgot what it's called.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Like
the soda shop, you can get so many combinations.
Yes,
I have never seen some. What I know is the fountain sodas. I've never seen so many combinations of sodas that you can get until I watched that show, and it's just mind-boggling. Like their combos are so cool.
My mom doesn't like coffee, right? So she would do that. Like a few months ago, she would get like a get like a Coke Zero, and then she would put vanilla creamer in it.
That's so, like a vanilla Coke. That's like a thing though.
Yeah, but it like tasted like way sweeter than that.
I never thought.
Let me tell you, they were good.
They
like
were.
She would like make me some sometimes, like as a little treat, and I'd be like, "This is so good."
Yeah, I've never thought to like mix whatever.
It's literally like their version of coffee. So
yeah, it makes sense.
I know that other people do it, but I'm just saying that I know that like it's kind of like the same thing with Water Talk. Kind of came from Utah.
I remember when you asked us if we knew what Water Talk was.
Back in LBI.
Yeah, I remember that so vividly.
Water Talk is where people would like how we have our Stanleys, and they would fill them up and then take like a bunch of syrups and make different flavored water.
See, that I don't think I can get on.
No, because at that point it's
mixture of sodas. I don't think I can get on.
Because that's still soda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once we start, I think I've gone on the Water Talk rant before, so I'm not going to do
flavored water though. When I was younger, when I found out what Purell was, is it not Purell? Purell's the hand thing. Wait, yeah. Purell. Is that not what it's called?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
They used to have the cool like tops, you know, the Gatorade like sippy cap tops. That's like, I'm sorry, if I have an option between a regular cap and a
sport cap, you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it 100%. And they don't. Do they even make the Gatorade ones anymore? Because I never see them. I never see.
Oh my god, if they
Gatorade
don't,
caps.
and you just drew my attention to that.
Unfortunately, I've only ever seen recently, and I got a Gatorade at the airport, guys. If you want to know what I got at the airport, because like I said, I don't know how I'm going to be on the plane, so I have to prepare for like what's happening on the plane, like just in case, like I don't know, like my snacks and what I'm going to do.
They still have it, by the way.
They do. Okay, so nowhere near me. They're never around.
You have to probably go to like Dick's or something.
Yeah, just like gas stations, they never have it.
Yeah.
But for the plane, like I sent Destiny's like one little part of it, but I've got Gatorade and chips and like chocolate and candy and Dramamine. I bought a kid's coloring book. Like I had to be stacked up just in case I got bored of reading or watching my shows. I had to have other things to do or eat. And honestly, it was perfect.
Do you think that with airport, because I'm the same way, do you think that with airport it's the same way that we've talked about before, like movie theaters, when you are like, I just have to have a stock
I thought
of
about
candy?
It on the flight as I was eating like the most random combination of food and snacks. You know, when you go to the movies and you're eating like so many snacks, like it doesn't count when you're in the movie. I was eating them on the plane, like it doesn't count. Like I'm in the area.
You know what else? I feel like the whatever of food, like your brain like doesn't make any sense when you're in the airport. Like getting a Twix at 6 a.m. is insane.
Chris ate a Jersey Mike sandwich at 8 a.m.
That's
I said
unhinged.
That's not normal. Well, he at home though, he'll go to like get lunch at 10 a.m. Because like remember when you were in school, did you ever get hungry early and like you want to eat your lunch earlier?
Well, I get that because when you're in school and they kind of like, I remember being in school though and always being like, why am I eating lunch at literally like 10, 11
I think
a.m.?
because Chris like goes to his office so early and like he has his day going, he gets hungry early.
See, when I was waking up at like 5 a.m.
you get hungry earlier.
I would like be eating at 6 or 7 and then it's like by like 10 a.m. I'm hungry again.
Yeah, so Chris has his lunch at like 10, but like he had the sandwich right after we got it when we were waiting for the plane, and I was like, that's so feral. But then I had my Jersey Mike's. I didn't have it on the plane, so I also got a sandwich. We landed and I got home and I ate it, and I was like, I'm eating a sandwich from Jersey in Texas. I was like, that's kind of fun.
The first time that I ever had Jersey Mike's was when I went to Disney.
I remember when you told me the first time
but it was like the backstory of what was happening though, like we went to Jersey Mike's, and then because we went to Siesta Key that day because we were in Orlando, and then we took a break from going to Disney, went to Siesta Key that day. I was driving us back home in the car, hours of a road trip back home. I think it was like 2 to 3 hours. And then Mila, I think she got like a ear infection from being in the ocean, so she's screaming, crying, poor girl,
God.
you know, but I'm like driving, she's screaming, crying. And then Kylie is like tired, and like we're all in the car, and then just everybody started getting sick. And then I'm trying to order the Jersey Mike's. I get home, everybody's like running around, there's so much happening at once, and I'm just trying to eat.
I remember
but then
this.
it was soggy because they put the oil, and I didn't know that putting oil on it was a thing, and I've never got it like that since.
I think it's like,
do it Mike's way.
Yeah, it's part of, there's like a, it's part of
Never again, because I don't enjoy that, and it was so soggy. But then I got it again when me, you, and Haley were at your house, and I was
we
like,
finished
this is
the whole thing.
fire.
So good. It's when you like need something like quick to eat, and you like want to like a sandwich or something, like it hits the spot
If I'm
every
having
time.
a pool day, I'm like,
Jersey
I might
Mike's.
just DoorDash some Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, it's funny because I never went to it. Like there's a Jersey Mike's by my school, and I never went to it. I don't know why I never thought to go to Jersey Mike's until like a few years ago. Then I was like, no, this is like, I've been missing out. It's
But
so good.
what's
If you don't know Jersey Mike's, it literally just
It's
is
a sub shop.
It's just a sub. Like you make your own
It's
sandwich.
a way better Subway.
So I don't think I've had Subway when I was younger, but I never
used
had
to
it
literally,
since then.
like when I was in elementary school and high school, sometimes my mom would like, oh my God, the days that I knew that my mom was gone, she went to the gas station in the morning, I was like, she's getting me Subway for lunch.
yeah.
And she would like pack it up. Oh my God. And then I would eat the second half when I got home from school because I ate so early.
I don't know what my favorite thing was to have when I was younger. Like my mom was like, okay, we're going to order this. I don't really know what my favorite probably was. Oh my God, I loved in our mall. They don't have it anymore. Like they got rid of it. So you know when we talk about like the malls, the old school before they like redid it. In my mall, when it was still before they like redid everything and put new stores in, there was a Friendly's inside. Have you ever been to Friendly's?
What is that?
Oh my God, Friendly's is like, I don't really know how to explain it. You have to like look up what Friendly's looks like.
Is it a food place?
Yeah, it's a restaurant, but it's kind of like a.
It's like a Chuck E. Cheese?
No, like. I want to say it's a mix of like Applebee's and I don't know what I would mix it with. It has like, I don't really know, but it like, I would get their quesadillas and then they had this like monster ice cream and they had this blue soda and they had the straws that like were plastic, but they had like little like ridges on them. So like you can like bend them around. I don't know. It was just so good. And that was like my favorite place to go to. And then they got rid of it. And I don't really know if there's any Friendlies near me anymore.
It's like
a childhood place.
Libby Lou in your mall?
No, we had is that like the girl like kid?
Like you would get makeovers.
Yeah, we had
Libby
Sweet
Lou.
and Sassy.
Oh, okay.
The same thing, kind of.
Yeah.
But I never got to go to a birthday party there. I always wanted to.
I remember one time Libby Lou had, like, when Hannah Montana was out, and we talked about in last episode how much I love Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
And my dad, I remember he used to do, like, daddy-daughter dates, like, on Friday nights for most of them.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And one day he took me to Libby Lou, and he let me get the Hannah Montana makeover, and I came home with a big blonde wig.
That's insane.
Isn't it?
Did you ever have the Hannah Montana little credit card, the fake credit card?
No, but I used to have the SpongeBob, like, cash register and grill, and I had a Dora, like, checkout counter.
What was up with us holding those, like, checkout, like, cashier
Can I tell you
machines?
something? I used to have a brass laptop. Like, it was fake. It was a fake laptop, right? I would never turn it on. I would, like, if my parents were like, okay, we have to go, like, clothes shopping, I would literally never take it. I would go in my room, and I had a little desk. I would put my laptop on. I would fold the clothes onto the desk, and I would act like I was swiping and scanning. Do you want to know something else I would do?
So cute. What?
If my dad had to go to Menards, I would be like, I'll go. And then I would go. I swear, what the hell was wrong with me? Okay. I would go, and I would be like, I'm going to go to the paint aisle really quick.
Aww.
No, listen. And I don't know if they still do it, but they used to, like, have these paint books. Like, they were actual books, and they would have, like, a bunch of different pictures of rooms and showing you the different colors that were in the rooms, like, for green, blue, purple. Like, it was, like, big, like, thick books. I would take those because, like, I think if you bought them, then my dad bought them, but if not, they were free. So I can't remember the whatever information. I would go and then sit at my desk, and I would act like I would open my door and act like somebody was coming in for a consultation, and I would go, okay.
That is so cute because usually it's like when I was younger, I would be a teacher.
No,
and I'd have a classroom, but you were selling paint.
No, like I was like this. No, like you don't understand. I would open the door. Hi, okay, thank you so much for meeting me today. Okay, so I know that you're wanting to go with a green for. I swear, this is like engraved in my memory. I'd go, okay, so I have these booklets if we're wanting to go with Phillips. So then I would open it and I would show different combinations, insane. And then I would get my notebook out and then write down their order. And I'd be like, okay, well then also I would act like I was an interior designer, and then I'd be like, okay, great. These are other options, and I would act like I would like romanticize working in retail.
That's when we were younger. That was a thing, though, and also like having like kitchens and stuff. But also, like I said, being a teacher, I feel like that was always a little girl's dream pipeline. Is like starting out like you want a classroom so bad.
I used to sit in my room like with my books, and I would go like this. And I would hold them, and I would sit in a chair and
pretend you're reading it. Yeah,
and I would do the same thing to nobody.
I dreamed to have like my own little chalkboard, but my mom would let me have like whiteboards and stuff, and I would like do math equations. I would teach everyone that no one's around me. I think one time my neighbor came over after school because I don't know, his mom wasn't home. We were really young, and I made him play teacher with me. Like I was teaching him.
You close the door. I see my opportunity, and I am taking it
to have like a real life. And I was always jealous. My cousins had like their basement had like the best toys. Like they had like the huge Barbie doll houses and like the kitchens and stuff. So whenever I would go over there, I would like we're clocking in. Like it's time to work.
Time to get the job done.
Did you ever see that kid on TikTok that clocks in? Like vacuums the house, makes coffee. Like he's young.
No, but I did see this one kid, and he is actually me. And I used to have the video saved, but I don't know if I can find it. And he's like talking to his mom in the yard, and it was so adorable. And he's like, yeah, I gotta go pick up these sticks, and he's like talking.
It's like someone's making him do it.
No, but he's talking like if you've seen your dad talk to somebody before. Like he's got his hands on his hips, and he's shaking his head, and he's like,
old man.
And he's like, I gotta go do this, and I gotta have it done by 5. And she's like, well, it's 7. He goes, yeah. I gotta go get to it, but it's because obviously he's like emulating his dad or somebody that like does that and talks like him. It's like the cutest video ever.
Funny.
The kids are so funny because it's like, I think it's just that's the careers that you see all around you. And then like that, like you see your teacher every day, in your or like you go to stores and you're like, oh, that seems like fun.
I used to take the little free samples of the paints, like going with my mom to like a Home Depot, and you have the wall of paints, and they let you take them. That was like a dream.
I would just grab the books.
You would get the whole
then
book
act
though.
like and then my parents would always be like, Destiny, why don't you want to wear the clothes that we bought? But I would be like, no, I want to keep them with the tags on so I can act like I'm scanning them, and then fold them back up, put them in the back. Here, have a nice day, and I would take them right back out, unfold them, fold them back again. And now I'm like, you can't even get me to fold my laundry. Like I will do my laundry.
We were working hard back then.
I did so much of it in my childhood that now I don't want to do it.
Now you don't want to. Yeah, that's so funny.
That is so crazy and funny.
We're about to completely 180 because I feel like we should talk about it. Did you see? You definitely have seen. I love saying that, and I know you've seen it. That Off Campus got picked up. So do you think do you think if they have more than one season, they'll do like different books?
I don't know how that works because how the books are like every other person.
They're also very similar, like romances in each of the books.
I just feel like you need to do it all in one timeline. Like see everybody's romance kind of like what you need to do is, you know how like when you have a show and like, for example, let's take Stranger Things and how all the different groups are doing something different and they're just cutting to like, oh, what's this group doing right now? That's what you need to do. It should not be like multiple seasons.
There's this one person that they have casted as Garrett Graham.
Who?
Well, here's the thing. I don't really know the lore. I've just seen it on my TikTok. It's popped up. His name is like Nick Kent, and he like reposted on his story. I think he like posted something else about it. I don't know where he came from. I don't know what he does. I don't know if he's even is an actor or like what's up with that. But everyone casted him a really long time ago, like as like a fan cast. Again, I don't know if he's an actor at all. I don't know what he does. But
I thought he was a legitimate hockey player.
That's what I thought too. But he's like posting about it, so everyone thinks that he's gonna be casted for it.
No, I think that maybe he's just trying to manifest that he would get casted for it.
Put it into the light. Yeah, but I feel like I can't wait to see how that comes across onto TV because I feel like there's not like drama in it. No, it's just a regular hockey romance. So like, what are we doing?
It just feels like sometimes I feel like we need to critically think about if something's going to work well. Not like, oh, we're gonna make it. Is it going to be a good quality TV show?
That's why I think it could be one of those where they kind of just switch up the plot a bit to like make it good for a TV.
I mean, they'll probably add drama into it. But that's going to be annoying because then it's like, are you going to add the drama though? I mean, there's drama in, what's Dean's book?
Oh, I don't know the name.
Like he
Score,
like
maybe
kinda,
it's
he
one
like
of them.
he like goes off the rails towards the
Yeah.
end of that. Like that one has a lot of. I don't want to see that on screen.
I can't wait to see like casting for this because you don't have to just have the first main couple in the first book. You need to have the whole friend group, and that's gonna be like that's a lot of casting you got to do. Especially like how everyone pictures them. There's so many fan casts because the books have been out for so long.
Too.
Yeah, there's just so many characters that they have to cast.
But it's like you said though. I feel like for it to work well, it has to be the. Hey, hire me. I'm just kidding. But like
every time we bring up an adaptation,
I act like I know
we
everything.
start like producing it and like giving information they should start doing for it.
From a reader's perspective, I just feel like that was one of my critiques with the off-campus. I loved the deal because I loved Garrett and Hannah, and then I stopped caring as much as it went on because it was literally
like copy and paste,
just copy and paste, and then just tweaking a few of the storylines, and then it was just
I think that's what I enjoyed when I was reading them because they were just all so like similar, and I was just like really like it's more of just like a vibe and entertainment of a series. That's why I'm like seeing it on screen. I think it's going to be interesting.
I get it, but it's like for it to work TV wise, I feel like you just have to do the plot where it's like, okay, what
Everyone
are they doing right now?
Yeah,
and what are they doing
like
right now?
As a whole friend group, which I think could be good too, because if you think about like One Tree Hill and like them all in school.
No, wait, I'm gonna get pissed off.
What?
Why are we giving off campus and not Addicted Callaway? Could you imagine?
That's a dream. But the thing is, Elle Kennedy said that she's been sitting on this for 3 years, so you don't know like other authors that sit on things too that like know.
The person that I would be.
I know if
Addicted Callaway got turned into a TV
that's
show.
one thing that I would ride for casting. If they get that wrong, cancel the whole thing.
I feel like with that one, you need to do the fan cast. You need to do
have to,
anything you
yeah.
do. Because most of them, I know not all of them, but most of them, aren't they in like the act?
I don't know. All I know is Connor's not my Connor.
Or are
That's
they
the
just
only
like
thing.
Instagram models?
They're from. I always look it up on Pinterest, and I've seen all those pictures on Pinterest. I just assume everyone finds that. I don't know who any of the people are.
But I've like seen the actual people on Instagram,
Oh,
like their
okay.
actual Instagram accounts, because people like post them actually on Instagram. I don't know about like actually letting people know that you're their fan cast, and then like.
Yeah, imagine being just like you just modeling something, and then people start commenting like Lily Calloway, and you're just like, who the hell is Lily Calloway?
Or the girl that like everybody fan casts as Shannon from Biting and Keeping 13.
Oh, who is it? Is it like a
It's
random
just a
girl?
random teenage girl.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, that's like, I don't know.
Have you ever got a TikTok of people like fan casting or just like an aesthetic of a book, and someone takes your picture from Pinterest? Has that ever happened to you?
I feel like it has.
It's so funny. It happened to me once, and I was like, I don't remember who it was or what it was, but it was like a random picture from Pinterest. But it was a picture of me. Yeah, I think it's crazy that this is being adapted. I think also think about so many books, so many OG like book talk and like TikTok books.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter, but it's like it's been so long since that book has had its like hype. You know what I mean? Like where people were really like talking.
Yeah, I guess
about
maybe
it.
with the resurgence of like the Graham effect and stuff, it's like still
But I
kind
think
of lingering.
It doesn't matter though, is another thing, because obviously the people who loved the book still love it. So
Yeah.
like then the show is getting made now, it's getting talked about all over again.
Which is like going back to like having like your favorite show be adapted. No one talks about Magnolia Parks being picked up, but Jess in one of her little slides that she posted was wearing an A24 like hoodie. She's never talked about it. No one's like accepted it, but I think that that's in the works. Like I think that's actually going to happen.
I think the way that Magnolia Parks and Addicted Callaway, because they've always, the two of them have been very reminiscent. I literally always tell people when I recommend it, I'm like, if you loved Addicted Callaway, this is just the British version of it.
I
Like,
agree.
And so I'll tell people that. But I've always said that those two, I feel like they would work the best if you shot it reality TV
it
show
feels like
style.
reality TV,
Well,
yeah.
because also part of the plot in Addicted Callaway is that
reality
they're
TV.
on a reality TV show. But
Yeah. And I also think if they did Addicted Callaway, I would hope that they would film in New York and in Philly. Like they got the real
Yes.
setting. That'd be so cool.
their mega mansions that they live in and
Yeah.
how rich they are. Like that's what I mean too. Like when I like if you genuinely do love Addicted Callaway and you have not read Magnolia Parks yet, it's literally just the British version.
I think it's a little bit more toxic. Like a
I
little
mean,
bit more of like you're frustrated with the characters.
Relationships can be
Yeah.
toxic. Like I feel like
They're more unlikable than Addicted. The first few books, you're kind of feeling
but
like
it's
unlikable.
toxic because they're addicts. It's not
Yeah.
toxic because they
They're
like
choosing
do
to-
things
yeah.
to each other.
It's a different side of the toxic scale, but I think when Magnolia Parks casting comes out, if that ever happens, I'm gonna be like sweating, literally.
I have never once in my life imagined what BJ looks like.
That's I always say I have like a aura in my head. Like
an aura.
I can like feel him.
I feel like when I picture him, but no face.
No face. Yeah.
I don't know. He's got the tattoos.
Yeah, he's got the tattoos in the body. To me, he has and the Vans. He's what?
He has a buzz cut in my head.
I can see a buzz
cut.
cut.
Tell me why.
I just like that. Yeah, and a Julian. If you don't get that one fan cast of Julian, like cancel it. Do you know who I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. The guy with like the beard, and I don't even know who he is. I don't know what he does, but he's like the Julian in my head. And the Magnolia that I picture is like, I'm pretty sure just a model on Pinterest that I see all the time. It's so hard when you fan cast in your head and then it becomes a reality.
That's why like I stopped. I used to like run my book Pinterest. Like as soon as I loved a book, I was like running to book Pinterest. But then I was like,
it's like false hope for when it becomes a thing.
But that's what I mean, because now with stuff getting adapted, like My Beach read, Logan Lerman, I really fell into that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the leaked set photos of people we meet on vacation?
Oh, I thought they were so cute.
They were so cute. I don't know what scene we're filming in that. I guess one of the ones where they're just like...
Yeah, they also might be just taking like
what if they're taking
pictures.
What if they're taking the movie poster?
Yeah, because the one that I saw, they were both laying on like lawn chairs.
Did you see that the book that he's reading, somebody was like zooming in? Like somebody was zooming, obviously hers was like the 7 Husbands of Hugo.
What was his?
His was just like a plain blue cover, but somebody like zoomed in and then they reread the book and it was... I can't even say it.
What was it?
It was an Augustus Everett novel. He's reading an Augustus Everett novel. Like it's like when they zoomed in. No, when they zoomed in, it said like the title, and then it said you could tell it was blurry.
It's really cool though how her books are set in the same world. They're not interconnected. You don't need to read whatever, but like
in
characters say stuff.
When they go into like the bookstore, and then she talks about a January Andrews novel.
Yeah, funny story too. Was it a book signing? They talked about each book, it's like they're in the same world, they acknowledge it, but like you don't need to read the other ones, not interconnected anyway, but like
and in Funny Story they see Alex and Poppy.
Oh wait, which part?
Remember I told you it was like, remember in People Meet on Vacation how Alex and Poppy would like as a joke take on like different names and act like a like old married couple, and that was like an Easter egg above all Easter eggs if you caught it. Is that she said we shared a like canoe or something with, not a canoe, I forget what it was, and it was the name, but it was Alex and Poppy.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think it's really cool that she does that, and I hope that like in all of like the adaptation she like gives little Easter eggs of all of the other.
Well, obviously he's literally reading it.
That's so cool.
The way I almost threw up when they said that.
I think I'm gonna reread People Meet on Vacation before it comes out, because that's the one that I don't remember anything really much. I read it so long ago.
I reread it recently and I just feel indifferent about it. I'm like, I love it because it's Emily Henry. Yep, but I mean, we've already talked about this, how I literally said that I put Funny Story above. I think People Meet on Vacation
is the lowest. Funny Story.
But that is crazy that I look at it like a 3-star, but I would put it above People Meet on Vacation.
Maybe it's just your experience of reading Funny Story. You just didn't have a good time. It's the vibe of it.
I think what let me bring it down was that I thought I was going to go in and like it was going to be my new happy place, and that is toxic.
Expectations are hard with new release, especially an Emily Henry new release.
But when it's like your favorite and then like everything else. But then I reread Book Lovers, and then I ended up rating that at 5 stars on the reread.
I think with Emily Henry books, you have to be in the right place, right time, right mindset of the book.
Yeah.
And it'll hit with you.
Yeah.
Like I DNF'd it.
Going back and rereading Book Lovers, I was like, I am Nora and I am Charlie, like in different aspects.
I think if you read Emily Henry books, also different points in your life, you'll relate to different things. Like she knows how to throw in.
I said that
different things.
But I think that and I have the same experience with normal people, where a lot of the time, sometimes I feel like I will relate to characters, but I will realize that like when I read it, I didn't accept things about myself that I've then like grown and accepted and realized. And then, but I think so when I would read books like that and I would relate to them, I didn't like that I related to it. Like, and I would hate it. I'd be like, no, I don't want to relate to that. But now it feels very like refreshing to have somebody write a character that feels like
There's nothing like an author putting how you feel and thoughts into words on paper, because like,
I can't do it.
I can't do it either. That's why I love reading like Frederick Bachman. The way he can like articulate his thoughts is like none other.
So good.
So good.
So good.
So
yeah,
that's adaptation talk. We always get into an but there's always a new one. Every week there's a new one.
Yeah, but we also know my rant on that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, why are we just...
What do you think is next? If you had to guess anything that's going to become... rights are going to be bought.
I'm going to put it out there that Addicted Calloway will get the rights bought. We'll get that news in 2025.
I feel like they're going to do something... Maybe I'm just gonna hope. I would like to see no more romance get adapted. I would like to see like a Phantasma or Throne of the Fallen get adapted. I think that'd be so cool to watch.
I think if any fantasy is getting adapted, it's a Sarah J. Maas series.
Yeah, but when?
No, but
no one wants to wait 10, 20 years for this.
Only ACOTAR rights have been bought.
I thought they released them. I thought they were done with that.
I know, but I'm saying in the history
yeah.
of it. But I'm saying if there was going, but you want to know why? Because with romance and different, even thrillers, it's more low stakes. It's not as big of a budget. You have to have budget to go all out on those. HBO, I know you have the budget, so pick up Throne of Glass.
But people always say it's too similar to Game of Thrones and all of that, so it's like, why?
But no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not at all, because she's literally an assassin. Or Amazon Prime, I
don't care who does it, just do it right. And I think you should do it, Throne of Glass. Well, imagine watching Throne of Glass. I would love that. I would love even if you haven't read it.
I love the dark fantasy. I hate AI, but when the dark fantasy, like, if like Throne of Glass was dark fantasy.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yes, you have. I'll show you after. It's like looks like the 80s. Oh my god, I love it so much. But yeah, that's what I would guess.
I just want to see more like fantasy be adapted. I know it's like more budget, like that's probably why they're choosing these romances and stuff like that, but I think it would be cool. Like the Alice Feeney one coming out, I'm excited for that because it's like a mystery thriller and we're going to see that. I just feel like a lot of romances are being picked up.
I would like to see Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
Yeah, something like that would be so cool to watch.
Or Carrie Soto was back.
Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow would need to be with A24.
Oh, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Like that's been in the works for a while.
Yeah.
Malibu
Rising. It's just to watch stuff that's a little different than like a rom-com on the screen, even though those are like easier to, I'm assuming, pick up. But I told you I started the new Kristen Bell.
Oh, and how is that?
It's good. It's like it's giving like book rom-com type of vibes, and they did a good job of that. They're also like 20-minute episodes. They're so short.
Oh, I don't even know what that's about. I keep on seeing it on Netflix, and I pick up Gilmore
Girls. I don't really know the exact like summary of it. They just like one's going through a breakup, one has like a podcast.
Oh,
Kristen
awesome.
Bell has a podcast with her sister, and then they meet at like a mutual friend's house, and it's like an unexpected
meet cute
couple to be together.
That's cute.
Yeah, we've been watching it. It's like 20-minute episodes. They're just like do something to my brain. Well, anyway, guys,
that's the end of our rant.
Episode. Just to circle back to the beginning, to Blush Bookstore. If you guys have the chance, you must come visit Texas in general. Mm-hmm. And this store is just every book girlie's dream. So let us know if you come over here. Let us know how it is, and we hope you guys enjoyed. And thank you, Jacqueline, again for this wonderful invitation to the bookstore and letting us do this.
Fun things with us.
Yeah, that was so kind. And yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching.
Yep.
We'll see y'all next week.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.